Hello, 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 my happy quilters. Here we are again, midweek on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock, ready to kick off the second half of this wonderful week with you here at Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota, and this is the Marcia and Joy Show.
It sure is, isn't it, Marcia?
Once again, okay, so last week we had some internet issues. We got those all fixed pretty much. We got a couple of new pieces of equipment we need to buy, so that won't happen again, hopefully. Knock on wood. Is this wood?
No, it's close enough, Marcia. Close enough.
Technology, though. Can't live with it. Can't live without it. It's kind of just the way it is. So, welcome. And thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like, comment, and share, we have 3 $10 gift certificates to give away.
We do, and that's my favorite part.
Yep.
Okay, it's part of my favorite part.
Yep. So one of them will be for the trivia question that we're going to be asking a little bit later, and the other 2 are picked with our random picker. It's called Rafflecopter, and those will be announced in Friday's weekly email. And those of you that were waiting for last week's winners, we didn't send out a Friday email. We sent it out earlier this week because of the grand opening. So we're going to have 2 sets of winners this Friday. So last week's winners will be on there, and also this week's winners. So we did not forget about you, but they'll be on this Friday's weekly email. And speaking of the grand opening,
yes, wasn't it grand?
Whoa, thank you so much for those of you that were able to attend, and those of you that shopped on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The girls were dragging pretty much on Monday.
We were not. We started moving things around.
I was tired.
She slept in. The rest of us had an extra cup of coffee.
I did. Actually, after well, I won't say what we did.
No. Do not go there, Marcia.
No, I'm not going to.
But anyway, it was a lot of fun to see everybody, wasn't it?
It really was. And thank you so much. It was just a grand opening. And we're so glad after so many 2 years of planning for this that we finally got to get into this new building. So for those of you that are from far away, hopefully someday you can visit our little shop. Otherwise, later on we'll be doing a virtual tour again, so you can see it that way as well. So anyways, each month we feature a different kind of joke. We open up with some kind of a joke, and this month, because of October, it's pumpkin jokes.
Okay, I'm set.
Are you ready?
I am.
All right. So Joy,
okay, Marcia.
What do the pumpkins say at happy hour?
I don't know.
Let's get smashed.
Oh no. Hopefully they have a designated driver.
Oh, we do. So anyways, that's this week's pumpkin joke. We got that out of the way.
Do you know
I hear the groans coming.
I know. Do you know some places catapult pumpkins for fun? Like as an event?
Yes.
Pumpkin chunkins.
Pumpkin chunkins. I watched that on YouTube or something. Pumpkin chuckers. Pumpkin chuckers.
I've seen it in person.
Yeah. Pumpkin chuck.
Yeah, it's not a
pumpkin chucking.
Pumpkin chunkin.
You chuck the pumpkin.
Yeah, and it makes chunks.
And they have catapults. Yes.
And they go a long ways. And sometimes they just barely miss cars. And sometimes not.
Oh my gosh. All right. So,
so
we won't be hosting that event here at Pine Needles Quilt and Sew this year. We'll see what next year brings for pumpkin chucking.
We have some new stuff, don't we?
We do have some new stuff. So I want to talk about the new fabric that just came in. This is a beautiful fabric. Actually, I think we ordered it as our Valentine fabric, but it's really kind of a quilt pink for October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. But this is our Valentine fabric.
It's just so super cute,
so
no matter
really
what event you have it for.
Oh, man.
Do you have a bow?
I have a really hard knot to get out.
How about we do it the old school way?
Okay. Thank you, Joy.
There you go. Got him.
Perfect. Anyways, this stack of wonderful, it's called Sincerely Yours. It's by Sherry and Chelsea.
Sherry and Chelsea, new designers.
And here from Moda. I don't know if they're new designers or not.
I think Doug said they were.
Oh,
and there are 30 pieces in this line.
30 lovely pieces. So I'm going to give you a close-up of this time. And hello. So you can see some of these, and I'll try to go through them in some sense of an order. But look at these beautiful hearts. So these are the lights at the top.
I love that one. Wouldn't that be a
This
cute
is a little
dress?
This really doesn't read Valentine-y. This is a grunge dot,
Yeah,
isn't it?
white grunge dots.
Yep. And look at that, smaller prints. These would also be absolutely beautiful for a little princess's room.
Or bags.
Or
I love those
anything.
pink dots.
It's just a little different tone of the pink on that one. I love these little X's. This is great. We got lots of bolts of this because we're planning a very special quilt to go with this. It's actually a Moto quilt along. I think that's we're gonna do it in February, I think, or maybe December. No, maybe January. Okay. So it's done for February. So lots of fun pinks.
And look at those fun apricot-y pinks.
These aren't really apricot. Down here
What are they called?
These are
salmon. That's the word.
Yes.
Flamingo. They're flamingo pinks.
Flamingo pinks. That's what they are. Look at the daisies on this one.
I love that.
These are a little bit more of the.
There we go. The apricot.
Orangey pinks.
Pumpkin colored.
Yes, these are pumpkin colored. I love this one too.
See, it's a fall line too, Marcia.
Well, it could be absolutely. So here's some more hearts. So it's not really. I just love this for anything, but we thought we were gonna. Well, we've got a couple of projects we're gonna make out of this. Because of this, but it's not that many hearts. It's not like some of the Valentine's collections. So now we're moving into more of the reds. Oh, I don't want to knock that off. And here's some more of those little like cross-stitch X's with little dots in between them. And here's our
X's and O's, Marcia.
X's, well, tiny little O's.
Okay. Maybe they just hugs.
Little dots. Anyways, here's this with kind of this creamy colored background. More daisies.
Oh,
I love that.
Goodness.
And
look at the next colors.
We're moving into, it's not really,
orchid.
Yes, orchid. It's not really purple, not really pink. Here's another one of these. I just love it. And I love these dots. It's been a while since we've seen a good line of dots.
Yes.
But I don't just like all dots. I like when they're mixed in with things like this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we're going to move into the lovely purples. So here's kind of a main print with the hearts of all the different shades in there. And then we got a couple of fun purpley pieces here. That's kind of a geometric. And then here is the purple with the daisies.
That is.
Purple daisies, love it. So 30 beautiful colors. We have them all here at the store.
We sure do, on bolts and cuts.
We do. We have lots of pre-cuts, but we actually ordered double bolts of these.
We do, and they're on the wall, ready to buy.
So this is hot out there on the internet. Just came in, excited. So we have also the jelly rolls,
the honey buns,
the little honey buns. So 2.5-inch strips and 1.5-inch strips.
Charms,
the charm and the mini charms,
and layer cakes,
and the layer cakes. So we've got it all here. Kind of excited about the quilt that we're going to be making. We're not going to tell you about it right today, but I do also want you to grab that one.
Okay.
So this is a fat quarter pack. It's 14 fat quarters that we made out of the line, and I meant to bring the pattern in that we're going to use for this.
Am I the design wall? Or were you going to
put it down in the design wall?
Or were you going to put it in the close-up?
You could make a designer dress with that
as
the top, and then we put a little, right. Beautiful. Anyways, this is 15 fat quarters that we have. 15, I think, and we've got a special quilt to make with this, and it's kind of it's exclusive pattern. So once we get that made, we're going to show that to you as well. Actually, we got lots of projects lined up for this particular.
I know, because it's so fun.
It really is. I'll put these down here. All right, so that is the newest fabric that just came in. However, there's lots of other things. We sometimes have a hard time choosing, don't we?
We do.
And once in a while, it sparks a little argument.
Well,
and guess what? I always win.
Of course, because she's always right.
That's not true. That really isn't true.
Not,
it really isn't
she's
true.
Always right.
So as long as we're we've got some kits here that we want to show.
Okay.
So
do you want to do those yet?
No, I want to do those after the kits.
Okay.
So we showed the one kit. So if you want to grab this quilt, this is a fun panel.
Oh my gosh! Look at the back.
I know. It's really fun. So this is new. I'll stand up. Kit and you still have time to make this and get it hung. Truthfully, you do. So this is a beautiful panel with a special pattern, and the pattern's included in here with these. Outsides are just a little bit done, just a little bit differently, but very easy. I made this quilt in easily in just a few hours. It was a Sunday afternoon little project. And I did get taken away here and there.
By Calgon?
No,
Okay.
no, by Tom.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
help me, or I
Hey,
need.
that's
I need
all right.
this one.
You were distracted.
It was fine. And then also the kit behind us. Isn't this fun?
Trick or treat.
No,
Smell.
no.
Oh, not that kit. Which kit?
This one.
This one.
Nope. The Halloween quilt behind us.
This one. Well, you were pointing that way. Okay. Well, exactly.
All right, this one actually, truthfully, this was kind of a last minute thing because we had these beautiful panels and Susie made this yesterday. So we're going to get it quilted
So
up.
it is certainly a fast sew.
It really is.
Yeah.
And this is our own personal Salem Road pattern.
And this is called Salem Witches Road
This is
Kit.
called Salem Witches Road. And the pattern's written by Doug Lico, and it is really an easy make. These are 2.5 inch strips with a little accent color, the different colors on the borders, everything you need to make in here. And like I said, this can make really, it's a quick and fast,
Yep,
easy
so
make.
everything for the front.
Everything for the front, included in the kit.
And the pattern.
And the pattern.
So that's awesome. Okay, and
Yes.
some of those fabrics glow in the dark, Marcia.
Do they?
They do. The bats and the cats glow.
Well, I'm not going to shut the lights off.
No, because they don't really go off in here.
No, they don't. The other little kit is this little boy's robots. Now, this kit is fat quarters, I believe. This is a 10 pack of fat quarters. And,
Maybe you want to do a close up.
yeah, I'll do a close up with this one. I won't. Well, maybe I will. I'll take these
And
out.
this is brand new.
This is brand new in, I forget the fabric company of this. Michael Miller? Maybe? I don't know. But it's called Robots.
Rollicking Robots.
Rollicking Robots.
And I had to have this one.
Yes. So this is a 15 pack, and we are actually making.
This is binary numbers in case you needed to know.
Oh, and look at these cute guys, robots on here. This we're also making a kit or making a quilt out of these fat quarters, so you will be seeing that later on. But fun.
That's an air code right there.
This is an air code.
You don't want to see that on your screen.
Here's more robots, but really fun for little boys or little girls if they're so inclined to love the robots. So this is a 10 pack of fat quarters that we have for here.
I'm just saying, Marcia, my big boy who's 6,
As long as I'm down, I'm going to get this one too.
he's going to have binary number masks.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
I'll give this to you.
Okay, 6
And,
pack.
Yep, this is our curated 6-pack for this week, and it is called Turquoise Temptation. So this has some prints, some grunge, and also some beautiful 2 batiks in here. So this is Turquoise Temptation. I love these. This is a grunge. This is kind of a, well, it's actually peacock feathers. It's beautiful. It goes really well with this. Here is another beautiful batik and another different shade of grunge, different from this one. And then another lovely batik that goes with. So Turquoise Temptation is our curated 6-pack this week. It's normally $21 and we have it on sale for
Only $17.99.
$17.99. So
You know, I think I need it this week.
actually, the fabric that we have on sale this week,
Yes.
these
These could go with,
really,
yes.
really well with it. Because when I was getting things lined up, I'm like, whoa, that
But
goes
these
very
are
well.
really gorgeous turquoises to have in your stash
They really are.
for color blenders.
Right, exactly. So I'll put that with that.
Okay.
All right. So now the thing that you've all been waiting for is clue number 3 for our
For
fall
our
mystery quilt. So if you'll just hand me some of my things here.
And some of you have asked that some of your pieces you sewed last week were kind of close in color. I did respond to the email, but no worries if your colors, I'm referring to the Winter Wishes. It's a green grunge and a green print. It's okay. It's going to look phenomenal when you're
It is
done.
going to look good.
Because you don't know
You
what
guys
you're
are going to
making.
be really surprised by this. But anyways, here is clue number 3, and it is, hopefully it is posted. If it is not yet posted, I was hoping it went on right before we went on, but I didn't have time to check. If it's not, we will get that on shortly, but hopefully it is there right now. This is a unique way of making half square triangles, and so I am doing this exactly how the pattern designer has asked for it. So what I did here is you did all of your cutting, and I'm going to just have you set that aside or on top of all that junk. And what they had you cut was, I think, 18 and 18 of the fat quarters, 18 4 3/4 inch squares,
Yep.
and then also 18 4 3/4 inch squares of your lights.
So 18 light, 18 dark.
Right. So I got all of mine made. I learned last time from making the mystery with you, if I leave one undone, then I can't find it when it's time to put I should be able to find it now with my nifty box
Right.
of all of things, but sometimes if I don't, or they'll get stuck in my office or something, if I don't make them all at the same time, I can't find it when I need it. So anyways, this was one of them. So what I'm using here to show you how to cut these, because it's a little different way, and okay, these are 2 of my very favorite rulers for doing this. These are the creative grids, and Susie will have the links for these in the comments, and then also on our special page, which for those of you that are new, if you are interested in anything that we feature here on the show, it's listed on its own page on our website. It's www.pnqs.net, and then if you just go to the down to shop, then you'll see the symbol like I have on your screen there. That's the Wednesday Live featured goodies. We leave those up until next Wednesday, so you can shop at your convenience whenever it works out for you. So anyways, these are 2 of my favorite rulers. This one isn't unwrapped. This is mine from home, so I'm going to use this one. But you could use any of these. I suggest using a shorter ruler for this so you don't have so much to deal with. But I'm going to go over here close up and show you the one step that you need to do for this. And I'm going to put this up here. And then I'm going to put this down so you can see. Now, what I am working with here is actually 2 charm squares, because 4 3/4. Yours are 4 3/4, but I wasn't going to take the time to cut these down for 1/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. This is just for demonstration purposes. So you're going to put your dark one on the bottom and your light one on the top, or vice versa, whichever you prefer. And then what I did, if you feel comfortable, I stacked 3 sets of these on top of each other. Now you're going to want to make sure that all of these are nice and squared on top. But you've got a lot of them to cut, so I stacked 3 together and cut 3 at a time. I wouldn't go any more than that, because once you see what I'm going to do here, you'll see that it could shift if you went any taller than that. So on this ruler, it's got the 1/2 inch and the 1 inches. So these are asking you to cut these at 2 3/8 inches. So if we find the 2.5 inch line on this particular ruler, if I start from this side, so it's just 1 little dash over. So it's just a tiny little 1/8 of an inch that we're going to line this up with. Now, just because these are 5 inches, I'm going to go all the way over to the 2.5, but when you're cutting these, and I'll show you the difference, 4 3/4, that's the difference. You're going to cut, and it says that in your directions, you're going to put your ruler over to the 2 3/8 mark. So here we go with this, and what you're going to do is hang on. And also, I have this fancy Martelli rolling mat. If you don't have one of these, you're going to want one. Otherwise, what I'm suggesting for you to do is to use a small mat, and I meant to bring one in, like, what are they, like the size of a sheet of paper, so that you can spin those around, because you'll see why you need to do that. So what we're going to do here first is we're going to cut right down the middle at 2 3/8, and then we're going to keep those tight together, and then we're going to roll this over this way, and again we're going to cut 2 3/8. So I'm cutting 2 1/2,
right?
Because I have things, but that's what they're going to be doing. So you want to keep these all nice and tight like this. Okay. So now we have these 4 squares like this. What you're going to do next is you're going to cut diagonally across here. Now on this particular ruler, you can see that we have a 45-degree angle. So I use that. Okay, I'm shutting my blade. Thank you for anybody who reminded me to do so. And I line that right up along this cut edge. And it's kind of hard to see right here, but if you have a ruler, which most of them do with a 45-degree angle, you line that up there, and this at each corner. And then again, we're going to cut through this. And I'm going to carefully lift my ruler, and I'm going to turn this again. And I'm going to do the exact same procedure here, lining up this 45-degree line with my cut edge. Keep everything together and cut again. So see how this helps? Because if you have to move these around, every time we move them around, we're going to get them a little bit different.
Unsquare.
But they're also, if you don't have one of these, if you have a smaller mat, you can just
close your blade.
Close my blade. If you have a smaller mat, you can use that, and twist it. Rather than moving this around on your mat, you want to move your mat when you're making these. So here's the deal. Then you're just going to take these directly to your sewing machine, and you're going to make 8 half-square triangles out of each one of these is going to be 8 half-square triangles, and you're just going to chain piece these, and then you're going to use a chain cutter, and Joy is going to talk about them a little bit later, as well as the mat when we're done with this demonstration. But you'll just chain piece these all together with a 1/4-inch seam, and for each set of 2 you're going to get 8 of these half-square triangles. Now when you're sewing these together, after you're done, you're going to take them to the iron, you're going to press them to the dark side. Go to the dark side. Always press them to the dark side. Keep these together. Keep your sets of 8 together after you press. Or you can sort them out later too. But, and like I said, I did 3 sets at a time. I took them to the sewing machine and sewed them and kept them all together. And then I did 3 more until I got through all 18 sets of these. So it's kind of mindless sewing. If you have this, it makes it so much easier. But I'm going to show you what we end up with then. You're going to
in her cute bin.
I know. You're going to end up with 144
Holy cow.
of the cutest little half-square triangles. Oh, I better go back close up here.
Look at all those
Of the
pretty
cutest
blues.
little half-square triangles ever. And I'm not going to take them apart because I've got them all in my groups of 8. Oh, jeez. I have to be done. See, so I have them all in my groups of 8. So I'm not going to take those apart. But there they are. So you're going to have, when you're done with this step number 3, you're going to have 144 little half-square triangles. These should measure about 2 inches. And I will tell you this. This is it for half-square triangles, because you're going to say, oh my gosh, Marcia, really? I have to make all of these? This is it on half-square triangles.
It's okay. Just a few a day will keep the happies
That's
away.
right.
No,
Well,
not
did-
the happies away. It'll keep the grumpies away.
Yeah, exactly. These will make you happy. This does take a little bit of time, I will tell you. I did it last night, and I got them all done after work. I did them last night. I was watching, oh my gosh, and I shouldn't admit to this, but I'm kind of into The Handmaid's Tale. or Handmaiden's Tale, isn't that what it is? Oh, it's a little bit dark and twisted. It's a
It is
lot dark and twisted.
But whatever your favorite go-to Audible story, or
So there were times where I had to stop sewing or cutting and look at the TV for a while.
you may have been
So
done
that was
earlier.
fun.
Yeah.
So that is clue 3. That is the half square triangles for the entire quilt. And you're going to love it.
Absolutely. And if you're just joining us, you can always search for Quilt Along, and the clues are posted on our page, pnqs.net. So
Exactly.
you can still join in. It's not too late.
So I want you to tell the links to buy these rulers are on our site. These are absolutely good. Later on, I'm going to show you this particular ruler is called the Quick Trim and Circle ruler. I'm going to show you later on how to make a circle with this ruler too.
Excellent.
These are really nice. Sometimes you just have to have the shorter rulers too, but either one of these would have worked. But whatever you have, I suggest, because of the twisting and turning and the whap whap and everything else, that you use a shorter ruler.
It is nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you going to do trivia first, or am I going to talk about the schlumpers?
I'm going to have you talk about those,
Okay.
and then I'll do the trivia.
So this is called the Blade Saber thread cutter, and we have 2 sizes, one for the 45mm rotary cutter blades, and one size for the 60mm rotary cutter blades. But if you're wondering what to do with those old blades, this is brilliant.
When they're no longer good enough to cut your fabrics anymore,
They'll cut threads like crazy. You simply unscrew the screw here, and it's a nice technical. Did you see that? That's magnetic.
I know.
I know this. I was just pointing it out. But the little flower goes in your stand, and then the blade is in here, and you just go. And when it gets a little dull, you can rotate it and go. So this is a 45mm blade. But what I love about this is we were at retreat. You can just put your little flower back in its box. It does. Oh, it has a drawing too on the bottom to help you make it right.
safe for travel, and it's magnetic.
And it's small.
So this is the one for your used 45mm blade, and then we also have one for the 60mm blade. It's a little bit bigger flower.
And it's very convenient that they are magnetic. And again,
Lots of fun.
so cute. Okay, so that is two sizes.
We're
of
into
that.
chain cutters. Remember, it's 144 half square triangles here. This
Instead
saves you a lot of time.
Right, and then we have the Gypsy chain piecing cutting gizmo, which was redesigned from the original one that I had. But this is kind of nice because it's a little squattier, and it has a blade, a razor blade that's in here, and
Yep.
same idea.
Yep.
So it's a couple of options.
There is. And I have one of these by each of my sewing machines. And my
One in your
at the
travel
cabin.
box.
Absolutely. So I use them all the time. We've been using them for years and years, so it's great.
Yes, very handy and a nice time saver. So
All right,
is that a
so
clue?
yeah,
Yes.
that's the clue. So the next thing is the trivia
Yay!
question.
And the first person to answer the trivia gets the $10 certificate.
And Susie is in the next room. She's monitoring all of the comments and everything, and so it is the first person to get the right answer that reaches her computer. Now you have to realize that everybody's computer speeds are a little bit different,
Especially when ours weren't working last week.
Exactly. Sometimes you might think you're first, but really, truly, it is the first answer that gets to her computer. And this time you're going to have to be a little quick on the draw because it's a multiple choice question.
Ooh, multiple choice, okay.
It is a multiple choice question. I did not know the answer to this at all.
Okay.
So are we
here we
ready? Here we go. So the first books devoted entirely to quilting were published in the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, or the 1950s. So the first books published that were devoted entirely to quilting
We're in which decade?
were in which decade? 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50s? So the first person to get the correct answer to Susie's computer will win a $10 gift certificate. All right. I want you to talk a little bit about this Saturday, what's coming up. And actually, it's not just this Saturday because they can come in right now.
They can, yes. Oh, here she comes with an answer.
Carla Arndt.
Hey,
Congratulations
Yay.
to Carla. You are the winner, and the answer is the 1920s.
That's right. That's excellent.
So, and I meant to go and look up to see what were some of the books that were published in the 1920s, but I got busy and didn't get it done.
You did.
So, but the correct answer, and congratulations to Carla. You win today.
Okay, so this Saturday is known as Super Saturday, Marcia, and it is a once-a-year event in Bernina Life where you have the opportunity to purchase a Bernina that is $3,000 and over, that you get 72, excuse me, 4,000. I was still thinking about those decades.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4,000 and over, there's 72 months, 0% financing. And that is a wonderful opportunity to get the machine of your dreams because that makes a low monthly payment. 72 months is a long time, especially at 0% interest.
Right. So $4,000 machines is basically $40 a month, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
You did. No, I don't think so. I'm agreeing
55.
with you. I'm assuming you did the
I'm
math.
not a math mind.
Get
but
your,
it's not
get your
very
calculators out.
Yes.
Anyway, so that would be on the long arms. That would be on any of the Bernina sewing machines. So purchases over 4,000, and we have an event going on.
We do
the
have an
next
event
2
going
days.
on. Yes.
And we've ordered in some pretty special machines for this
Right.
event.
Right.
And we're full, and that's wonderful. But we do still have a couple of those beautiful special edition crystal machines, Bernina 880 and 790, that are available.
The 790s are all spoken for.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do have some 880s left at classroom prices. And the
Yes.
fun thing about buying a classroom machine is because they're just used, we just took them out of the boxes today and put them in our classroom, and they're going to be used just for those 2 days by the students, the attendees that are coming. And so it's your chance to get a classroom machine, which is truly right out of the box for an incredibly low price because it's specified as a classroom machine.
And so Marcia said, do you have to wait till Saturday to take advantage of the 72 months? And the answer is no.
No.
So here's the cool thing. Today is Wednesday, I think, right?
It is Wednesday,
So
all day.
if you come in today and you decide on the machine that you wish to have in your sewing studio, we can do a pre-authorization of that 72-month financing. And on Saturday, we'll finish up the details for you, and you'll be all set to go with that beautiful new machine.
Right. And sometimes, on Saturdays it does get kind of hairy in here. So
And we're open 10 to 4 on Saturday.
right. So it's good to
Come
talk
in
to
and
somebody,
scope out your
scope it
machine.
out, or if
That's
you
what we
know.
call scope out your
right.
machine.
Or if they know what they want, you
Right.
give Joy or any of the staff a call and they can write that up over the phone as well. So and we do offer some amazing.
But they do need to pick it up.
They do need to pick it up here.
Yeah.
And we offering some amazing education here. Pine Needles Quilt and Sew is known for our education component. And today we just did a staff training this morning, and Joy and her husband set us up like 4 different cameras. So we have 6 different speakers now in our new classroom, and now we have different camera settings so that the instructor, who is Joy usually for our mastery classes, you can see what she's doing at her machine without her moving around to troubleshoot for you. You're able to troubleshoot for yourself because she can show you right from the front what's going on with her machine. And we have like the different cameras, so we have different angles, different things that you can see. So we have Marla's education, and it is both here in the classroom, and every other month it is then virtually. So it's in the classroom on 1 month, and then the next month it is all virtual. So for those of you that find it harder to bring your machines into class, that's a great option for you.
Yes.
And then there are some that absolutely just love the hands-on, as we do,
We do.
hands-on learning in
We
class
have
as
some
well.
snowbirds that travel.
We do.
And it's feeling a little snowy.
It
Do
is.
you want to talk about our technique of the month, or is that for next week? We better not wait till next week.
No,
we didn't
better
bring
not.
that in.
So Kendra's also doing the technique of the month, and that is the Quiltworks technique of the month. Susie, maybe, no, you can't. We're all out of patterns, aren't we? Because the patterns are coming. But anyways, the technique of the month
we
is
can post a
is
picture.
a 2-year program, and Kendra is teaching this. So it's once a month, meeting on Sunday afternoons for 7 months. Well, we had a lot of our customers, well, she's got a lot of them attending the in-person class. There was a lot of them that maybe could attend one class or maybe 2 classes, or there are those of you that are our dear friends from far, far away that can't make it to the class for any classes. So now we have decided, because we're having all of this wonderful equipment and everything, and we have the technology, we're doing it in person, and also she's going to be taping virtually. So if you wanted to do a Technique of the Month, you can take that from Kendra. She will be taping. It will be a private Facebook group, and all of the attendees in the class will also have access to that. So everything will be recorded. You don't, if you want to be with on that Sunday afternoon, you certainly can, but you don't have to be there, and same with the people that are taking it in the classroom. If for some reason, you know, our lives are busy,
sometimes they have a birthday
then
party.
It's all going to be recorded. So our Quilt Works Technique of the Month is going to be both in person and virtually. You asked and we listened, and so we are answering that. Also, Kendra is able to go into Quiltster, and we have a beautiful blue and brown
We do, it's
quilt
gorgeous.
made out of Hoffman Batiks. That we have kits available for, but she will also custom.
Well, maybe purple's your jam.
Maybe.
And not blue.
She will custom make in the Quiltster program, so you can see what it's going to look like with the fabrics that you choose from the store, and she will go in and make that for you. So that is available as well. The class starts actually on Sunday, October 24th, so we're kind of getting close up to it.
We are.
But it's
But
fine.
it's not
We
too
still
late
got
to
plenty
join.
of time. Absolutely, absolutely. So that is Coral Reef Technique of the Month. We're
Yes.
very excited about that.
Okay. Wow, I threw that in there, Marcia.
I know, that's really
But
great.
we almost forgot.
We've got 2 things for the auction, actually. It's a threefer. So it's the 2 bags that you tried to,
I tried to show
because the
off.
kids are gone.
Okay.
So these are some fun trick-or-treat bags. So these
Yes.
2 trick-or-treat bags, one's more, they're both with panels and cats and pumpkins and everything. So we have these, plus we have a quilt.
This one?
So 3, yes, 3 items this time.
Wow.
One bid gets all 3 things. And this is a fun little boy's quilt, and it is just made with charm squares and 3 borders, but oh my goodness, it's soft
Cozy flannel.
green plaid flannel on the back. So this is kind of a, if you have a baby or a little boy that might need this soft cuddly flannel with the cottons on the front to drag along with them, we have the quilt for you. And also the two trick-or-treat bags are coming along with it too this week.
So on Friday morning, Marcia will post a picture on our
Tomorrow
Facebook.
morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Thursday.
Tomorrow morning.
And my weeks are all messed up.
I know, we've had so many things
Tomorrow
going on.
morning, she'll post a picture on our Facebook page, and in the comment area, you would put your auction bid. And you're closing the auction this week on
Saturday at 1 o'clock.
just making sure it was
So,
still the same day.
Absolutely. So we do have some sale fabrics happening this week. Yes. So these go really well with the turquoise fat quarters.
And in case you forgot, you all need some of these. These are gorgeous. Oh, we had the card backwards, didn't we?
We did, but that's okay. Here we go. All right. Oh, they look nice with your dress too, actually.
I planned it that way. Not really, but you know.
Like, look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Isn't it pretty?
Excuse me, hiccups.
So these are Benartex fabrics from Benartex, our friends at Benartex. And these are the Peacock Flourish fabrics, what's left of them, and also the Catitudes. I think this was called Catitudes.
These are gorgeous and Lauer prints.
And lower prints. Yep. And we've got panel pieces, some squares. I love this border.
I know, that's awesome.
I can't believe we should have done a 60-degree table runner with this.
I think it would make a lovely pillowcase or a border on here.
It's beautiful. Anyways, this is $8 a yard. Normally $12.99, minimum 1 yard cuts. This isn't going on
The floor till Friday.
till Friday, so those of you online get first choice.
It's like a jungle puzzle in here. Just so y'all know out there, we look like we have lots of space, but really,
This
it's
is
kind of like the parking
know.
game with the cars.
And well, it was kind of an afterthought. You know, this was an extra office space, and so it's 8 by 10, I think,
yeah,
in here. So
it's just right.
It is perfect.
Not too big,
It's
almost too small.
It's absolutely perfect. So anyways, that is it for our show today. Thank you so much again for joining us. And we are the Marcia and Joy Show here at Pine Needles Quilt and Sew in Rochester, Minnesota. We'll see you again next week at 1 o'clock to kick off the second half of next week. So thank you so much. We will until next time, we will keep you in stitches. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.